remember I went to Cuba. This was 20 years ago, and I wasn't hugely overweight, but I was a little extra weight. I mean, and in Cuba you just walk a lot. I literally came back, I lost 12 pounds just from a week in Cuba, and I was eating whatever I wanted to, drinking like a fish, doing whatever I wanted. I still lost 12 pounds because we're just walking miles
Well,
every
I
day.
mean, we talk about how, in poorer countries,
Yeah,
if you don't have money to eat, or if you don't have much money to eat, the food you're eating is probably not processed. You're getting veggies
yeah,
off from the
yeah.
farm. You're getting stuff that probably is relatively healthy. Whereas in the
Yeah,
United States, if you don't have much money to eat, you're buying the unhealthy food because that's the cheap
I
food,
know. You can go to
right?
Taco Bell or Del Taco for $4 and you can get a
Yeah.
bunch of this and a bunch of
Or
that.
if I want to buy cheap food at the grocery store, the stuff that I buy that's cheap is got all of the processed ingredients in it,
Yeah, yeah,
right? It doesn't have corn. It has some kind of corn byproduct that's
yeah,
produced, right?
yeah.
Um, and that's problematic. And that's one of the things where I would like to see what Kennedy does in his role, because that to me, I would love to see the the food industry here undergo some principal changes in the
Yeah,
value
whether he's going
structure.
to attack a big industry like that, who knows? I mean,
It's going to
I
be
hear
tough to say because the Republicans tend to be big industry, right? So
he's talking a lot, but who knows if that's actually going to happen. I mean,
yeah, well, and then of course,
I do like his thought process. He's like, let's go after the root cause of this. Let's just, make our food better, which I do like that part.
yeah, I'm not sure I agree with that he's actually approaching things from the critical thought aspect that I would want him to.
Mhm.
I feel there's bias in the way, but to I don't have enough to know to say that emphatically. That's just kind of
Well,
the feeling I
what
have.
part don't you like, or what part do you think he's not doing? I don't know much about him, but
Um, I feel like he's coming from a viewpoint on, and I know we'll get flack for this because some people say, yeah, we'll say that he's never said this, but I think he's coming from a relatively negative viewpoint on vaccines as a whole. Whereas I come from a relatively positive viewpoint on vaccines as a whole,
yeah,
not on the individual. This is a good vaccine, but on the science behind the idea. What is a vaccine and what does it do?
yeah, he's got a lot of
And
yeah,
and what I feel is whether he says this or not, what's being heard by the populace is that vaccines are not good. And so people then they don't understand that the science is fine. It's the implementation that's crap, right?
yeah. That's a
Uh,
different
and,
thing. Yeah,
and that's where I'm at. I'm like, you can tell me that individual vaccines are problematic, and I'll say, yeah, maybe that's because of the politics, maybe that's because of the industry, the pharmaceutical company, whatever it is, right?